Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is the one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of our Smoky Mountain Rasslin Podcast. This is Smoky Mountain Wrestling, episode number 136 from September the 3rd, 1994. This is Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, and we are back for another episode of Smoky Mountain. We're still in Saltville, Virginia at Northwood High School. This may be the last week we're here. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Can't quite remember. But that really doesn't matter because we got a hot episode sitting here with Doc and Hardbody Harper. Doc, first off, how are you?
Hot episode? I don't know about all that, pal.
I
think this is the fourth week here, and you know what that means.
It might be the fourth week here, but New Jack sets it off at the very end.
Yeah, maybe he does, and maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Harper,
I don't know. I don't even know if we want to do this now, because Harper and I got lectured before the damn show started about what we can say and what we can't say when we get to certain parts of this episode, based on some things that get said. And I got to tell you, Harper and I think about starting our own union. This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
You start your union and make sure you get a producer and somebody who can get a show out for you. That's all I'll say.
Harper, how long do you think it would take if we put it out on the internet to get somebody to replace Mike?
Oh, God. He's like a paper plate. He's so fucking disposable.
It's nice.
We could have you replaced before in fact, we could type it now and have you replaced in the middle of this show and have somebody come over to your house and just boot you out of the way.
I got Brian Last blowing up my shit all the time. He's like, look, just deal with Mike for a little bit longer and I'm going to take over.
Look,
he
told me the same thing. I'll get you free soon. Just, I know you're in BTT jail, but get you over to the Vanguard, Planet Vanguard, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Are y'all done?
Are you done?
Are you done?
Are you done?
Are we done? Who's done? We're well done.
Les Thatcher, they're gone. Les Thatcher and Bob Caudle open up the show. Les reminds us that it's a big week. The Rock and Roll Express will battle the Gangstas because Bob Caudle mentioned that at the end of the episode last week. And Chris Hamrick will battle Lance Storm for the Beat the Champ TV title. I don't have anything from that. Harper, did you?
No.
I know Doc doesn't have anything or he would have jumped in. Brian Logan then takes on Tracy Smothers. Tracy wins with the jawjacker, as he normally does. Doc, any thoughts on Tracy right there against Brian Logan?
Yeah, Brian Logan was recently referenced on the Jim Cornette Experience a few weeks back, and he's like doing something, I guess it may have already happened by the time it's aired, at that West Virginia show Stephen P. New was pitching. They're doing some sort of Hall of Fame thing, and Brian Logan's still involved with that. So there you go. That's my expert commentary. Now, I feel like I need to say this here to sort of end this segment and go to the next one. Harper,
what?
I feel like we need to maybe tread lightly here on where we're going. We need to. I'm not saying we can't be us.
Bruh, even Bob says it. Here's a very special person. I was like, come on, Bob.
Dirty Bob Caudle. I feel like we need to be tiptoe. We just need to. There's landmines out there. We need to tiptoe lightly around them here.
I feel like they're fucking setting us up.
Mike, just I guess take us to our next segment, please.
I'm just gonna hit play. Please be gentle.
Watch right when the kid starts talking. Someone watch.
You telling us to listen to?
Yeah.
Tell the people what you want them to hear. That
About
way
the
they'll.
533, I think it's someone like starts laughing when his kid starts talking.
Why would they laugh at a kid talking? What's wrong with the kid?
This is ridiculous that they did this to this kid. Let me hit play.
Really, from a promotion that has a cameraman that likes to focus in on these sorts of things.
that was dirty.
All of a sudden, you're worried about us being mean. Okay.
Let me hit play and listen for what Harper says. Harper says somebody in the crowd is making fun of this poor kid. Here it is.
All right, fans, right now, here's some special words that Les had earlier today with a very special person. Watch and listen.
With me on the set is my friend John Owen and his buddy Corey. They're with us all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, sent here courtesy of the Starlight Foundation and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Starlight Foundation is a group that helps deserving people fulfill their wishes and their fantasies. John was to spend a week with Smoky Mountain Wrestling, watching all the action. And John, we want to welcome you to Smoky Mountain. Are you having a good time?
Oh, yeah, and thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's certainly great to have you here. And tell me one thing, who's your favorite wrestler?
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk, huh? Is that because he's such a wild man?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what's been your favorite match since you've been in Smoky Mountain so far?
I would have to say Chris Candido and Brian Lee against the Rock and Roll Express.
All right, well, that certainly was a real humdinger, and we're tickled to have you here with us, and we hope you'll be able to come back and visit with us some other time.
I hope so.
Well, John, good luck to you, and glad to have you with us. And for those of you who would like to help the Starlight Foundation, you'll see that name, address on your screen right now. So this is Les Thatcher with John Owen and Corey at Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Okay, I didn't hear it, Harper.
Dude, you can barely hear.
Yeah, I heard somebody cackle out in the background. And did they say that it's John Owen and Corky? Is that what they said?
I couldn't hear if they said Corky or
That's
Corey.
fucked up. He named his dog after his favorite TV actor.
I'm not.
Why does he need the dog? Is he blind?
I don't think he's blind. I think the dog was blind.
I think the dog was just his real life dog, maybe.
That looked like a service animal, pal.
Why don't you call him up? See if you can get him on the show.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a flag on this whole motherfucking thing. Here's what I think happened. No, not in the way that you would think, so settle down. This is the show where all those fucking smart fans were there from Philly. I think they used this kid from Philly to get down there to see shows. How else would a special kid from Philly know about Smoky Mountain Wrestling?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I didn't think it would get that far up.
Right. But they got the Phillies hat, goon squad that they got that are down there for this show. I think they used this kid as a front to get a trip paid for to go watch Territory Wrestling.
That's a good idea.
I don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't know what to say about this segment. It just came out of nowhere.
Mid-South show with the guy. You got a Mid-South show with the guy, and if you ask him about this, I guarantee it would be more interesting than whatever it is y'all do on that show. You ought to take that opportunity to find out more.
No, I'll ask him. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow, and by the time actually this airs, we may have had that answer. I'll ask him, and I actually want to ask him about the entire quote unquote weekend or the entire time that. Because he was at the Night of Legends, and I believe he's at these tapings. I'll ask him what he knows about not only that, but some stuff related to the gangsters. Because we were going to talk about
Bob was dirty though. We got some special words from a special person. Come on.
No.
So, are y'all saying? Let me ask you, Harper. Do you feel like that was an exploitation of sorts?
No.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait. I don't know. But not in the way that you think. I think somebody on the behind the scenes was exploiting him to get to wrestling. I don't think Smoky Mountain was doing anything dirty intentionally to put Corky in a bad spot.
That's nice.
Okay. No,
they
that's
said
why
his
I
name
asked.
was Corky, didn't they?
Hold
the
on.
dog's name was Corey.
That's what I thought they said.
I must have missed that. I was too busy trying to key in on the laughter that the hillbillies were. I think it's funny that you had a bunch of hillbillies out there laughing.
Yeah.
special, kid, when they're like one small, tiny baby step up from that.
I know, dude. Of all fucking people.
That they got a lot of nerve to be pointing fingers at that kid.
Let me play the beginning of it again. Let me see if they say Corky or Corey. Here it is.
Some special words that Les had earlier today with a very special person. Watch and listen.
With me on the set is my friend John Owen and his buddy Corey. They're with us all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Corey.
Sent here courtesy of the Starlight Foundation and Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Starlight Foundation Starlight,
is a group.
Now here's something else. That Starlight Foundation is some bullshit, though. Because, okay, they're a real organization, but you're going to tell me they're located on Broadway Street in New York, New York? Fuck out of here.
Okay.
Are they still around?
Yeah, it's like a real legitimate foundation. I mean, it's headquartered out of LA. I did a little research here to make sure what we were doing. It's like a Make-A-Wish for kids, it sounds like. And so, all right, that's legit. I'm saying that the charity's legit and Smoky Mountain's legit, but some northeastern tape traders did something dirty here.
Harper, what you said it was at like 5:35? You hear someone laugh? I'm trying to watch it back.
5:32, 5:33. You can hear like in the background someone like. All
right, so I'm at 5:21. Y'all listen, and about 10 seconds into you should hear the laugh. Here it is.
That helps deserving people fulfill their wishes and their fantasies. John was to spend a week with Smoky Mountain Wrestling, watching all the action. And John, we want to welcome you to Smoky Mountain. Are you having a good time?
Oh, yeah, and thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's certainly great to have you here. And tell me one thing. Who's your favorite?
I heard a little.
Isn't that fucked up?
And everybody knows that a kid that old that was that special would have really asked for some titties in his face. Come on.
You're an asshole. You know that?
That's nice.
Why am I an asshole?
I hope you go to hell. I really do.
Jesus. There's no reason for that.
There's plenty of reason for it.
I mean, I don't care what you think. I mean, you're showing your own ass there.
No, I mean, you don't need to go there.
I may have used my super sleuthing skills to really uncover a borderline crime, and you think I'm the bad guy.
Can we move on, though?
We can always move on. I mean,
you think those buildings had fucking handicap parking back then?
I think it was just all handicap parking. The whole thing. Remember when we went to Oklahoma, I said we need to start an electric scooter business up here. They needed every one of those spots except the one we parked in.
I gotta go back and... Doc, it's actually not. I'm gonna go back and clip that and post that on the show at some point because Doc cut a promo. That might have been the best promo he cut in the history of the show.
Out their diabetes, man, just walking across the room. Just God,
that's nice.
There was 3,000 people in the building, and every time one passed Doc, he's just like. He makes his face. At one point, I swear, this poor bastard must have gave Scott Hall his last $20. And Doc is like, look at this shit, man. This is terrible. It's like, these fucking people are being separated from their money, and it's their last fucking dollar. This is a crime. He's like, I gotta wash this stupid off of me when I leave out of here.
I used to feel bad about those people, and then fucking Luke like, fuck it.
There you go.
He's like, look, if they don't buy a fucking t-shirt, they're gonna buy a pack of cigarettes and fucking alcohol. So fuck it.
It wasn't. I can't explain what we saw in Oklahoma though. I can't.
Here's the thing though, and the people in Oklahoma can get mad. You can copy and paste that scene across everywhere.
It wasn't. It just was. It was. Oh my God! And then Doc got banned from attending shows for his promotion because he went on air said that about the poor listeners.
I'm the only one that can generate any real heat around here.
They were like, "Do not bring your fucking co-host when you ever come again." And this is from a promotion that I not only worked for a long time ago, but I know the owner well. And they were like, "Don't bring him back." I was like, and I went back a couple of times, and I had to leave Doc behind. Anyway, oh boy,
wasn't like there was any ass to look at the show anyway. So
hey, you're going off. You're
a bunch of fat virgins.
No shit. Walking around eating Cheetos.
That got some nuclear heat, man. A lot of people were mad at you for talking about wrestling fans the way you did on that show when we left. I was like, "Come on, bro. It wasn't that bad." And it wasn't that bad, but
who was the guy? That one dude was there. He's the guy that goes to all the WWE events. Sits at the front.
The sign guy dude.
I don't know. People knew him. All the wrestlers.
The guy wears the red hat.
Yeah. Yeah, he was there. What about him?
Well, yeah,
he was there. That's all.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell us something intelligent.
It's whatever.
All right. Well,
let's go to the ring where Lance Storm is going to defend his Beat the Champ title against Chris Hamrick.
Yeah, Lance Storm wins with an easy match. Can
you do me a favor and go to 8:45 where Storm dropped a hellaciously nice drop kick there?
I thought the one before that was better.
We all noticed what the finish was, huh?
What was the finish?
He sang Gomer Paul doing the heartbeat, and Hamrick fell down and took the pin.
It was a Goldberg jackhammer.
It was.
Yeah, that's the first thing. I was like, wait, wow, okay.
You mean Goldberg didn't invent that?
Yeah, I guess Goldberg didn't accidentally make it up.
Yeah. All right. God, man, y'all got my chest hurting.
Why? Because of
just
little special kid from Philly. Fuck everybody from Philly's fucking like that.
I remember. I'm just reliving the Oklahoma moment in my mind when Doc was just. That was a hell of a night. That's all I can say. Doc was Doc didn't have pen and paper. He literally broke out his phone and started taking notes at all the shit that he saw that just fucked him up in the head. And that's what he decided to cut a promo on it on the next week's episode.
Footloose.
And got banned from Oklahoma.
I bet you probably couldn't dance there either, huh?
Well, it would appear to me that reading has been banned up there, so I can't imagine dancing's on the card.
Read it and fucking Diet Coke.
Critical thinking is just a bridge too far. Dude, everybody in there was either diabetic or pre-diabetic or just had dropped a few chromosomes getting in the
building. That's the type of shit right there that he's saying that got us banned. That got him banned from Oklahoma. Specifically.
Okay. So first of all, what the fuck ever. But second of all, Arn Anderson style once again. Tell me where I'm lying.
I think you exaggerated the needs of all the people there, but I will say this: there were a few people that you were cutting promos on, and I was like, just let them people be fans, man. Let them spend their money on what they want to spend it on. But you just one poor bastard. He just got separated. He literally said something like, "It's my last 20." He's like, I don't have no money for the rest of the week.
My last 20, and this wrestler just okay.
Oh, yeah,
it's not my last 20.
It's my last 20. Well,
and then there was these two broads that were just haggard old souls that knew Mike from back when he wrestled.
Oh,
and
Jesus
they asked him
Christ.
when he was going to get back in the ring. And I was afraid Mike was going to be like, dude, be my wingman. Let's take them back to the Ramada. And I was like, Jesus Christ, these two things.
I know who he's talking. I know who he's talking about too. Jesus Christ, they had some age on them, bro. No, I didn't.
Man, they started talking to him, and I saw the gleam in his eye, like Mickey Rourke and the rest are like, "Oh, I could relive my glory days." And I was like, "All right, pal, it's time to hit the road. We got to go."
Yeah, nice.
He was like, "No, let's talk to him for just a few more minutes." No, let's go.
Let's get back to Smoky Mountain. Storm defeats Chris Hambrick. After that, we get a replay from last week where Storm defeated Candido for the Beat the Champ TV title. And what are we laughing at now? What's so funny, Doc? What?
I'm just thinking about that night, dude. There were some carny motherfuckers in Oklahoma that night.
It was a hell of a night. That's why I said that. The thing where there were so many stars there. I mean, like Hall was there. JR was there. He didn't. He remember that?
Said he was in Kansas, and everybody
said, "Man, it's great to be in Kansas," and everybody was like, "Boo!" Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Candido and Tammy and Boo Bradley. Doc, are we playing it?
Bro, Balls is a fucking mess out there.
He's barking. Here,
you don't have to play it, but he looked like he was trying to get over there in position to sniff up Tammy's skirt too. Yeah, I don't blame him on that.
Let me play that far for patrons real quick. Just the first part of it. Here it is.
All right, fans, Miss Tammy Fitch, their new partner, Chris Candido. Chris, we just got to look at what happened last week when Lance Storm won that title from you.
Don't get on my case, Bud Cole. Everybody in Smoky Mountain Wrestling's on my case. Call me suicide ball, baldy, bald-headed geek, this and that. Lance Storm, the only reason you beat me is because that idiot, that backstabber, that ingrate, that coattail riding, nothing happening, nothing going on. Brian Lee attacked me from behind. Ricky Morton, I still have a problem with you. You're still trying to get...
So he was sniffing up her skirt like at the very beginning, and then he stands up though. So
wouldn't you?
I know, huh?
All right.
What do you think he smelled?
I don't know. What do you think he smelled, Harper?
No, we've already. This show has gone off the rails once. I'm not going there.
What do you think he? No, shut up. What do you think he smelled under there, Harper? What do you think it smelled like?
It smelled like bad decisions.
Did y'all see Boo Bradley wipe his nose on Bob Cottle's tie?
No, but he's a mess.
He grabs his tie. I'm watching it now. He wipes his nose. Oh, all right. Let's keep moving. They then replay Dirty White Boy defeating Killer Kyle, and then Bruiser Bedlam, Cornette, and Kyle attacking Dirty White Boy after he won. We then get a promo from Dirty White Boy. Let me get to it. Doc, any thoughts on the promo?
Yeah.
What you got? Playing it or what?
Well, no, you don't have to play it, but he's talking about Yankees here.
Yeah, that was great.
And I was like, but weren't you out there in a New York Yankees shirt like 1 year ago?
Well, we all change. I mean, you can't compare me to the 14, 15-year-old version of me. I mean, there's, people do evolve in life. So, but I tell you what, I want that black Smoky Mountain Wrestling T-shirt he's got on.
Damn right.
Dude, that looks badass.
That thing's nice, ain't it, Harper?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What do
you think Corny's upset that he sold all the rights to that shit to Vince because he could sell some merch these days off that website he's got?
Yes.
I don't know, because the way he made it sound was when he sold the library, he made up for all the money he had basically lost. So I think part of
he didn't know. But he didn't know at the time we would come along and revitalize his brand and help him make money.
Well, and another thing he didn't know, and I don't know what year he sold it, but another thing he probably didn't realize was he could have gave Smoky Mountain like its own YouTube channel, and he could have monetized the shit out of it. Since he owned the footage, he could have just uploaded everything and ran ads on it until the end of time, until YouTube decides that there's not going to be any longer. And I hate to say this, but he really could have used that digital platform to monetize Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Because, I mean, think of all the thousands and thousands of people who are watching it and listening to, shameless plug and putting over ourselves, but who are listening to us and watching the shit online. And a lot of it's not even online anymore. So that's the other part of it, too. So
that sucks.
He could have. I mean, you're talking 200 episodes that he could be monetizing on YouTube right now. So yes, I there may be something to that part of it, Doc, for sure.
Okay.
All right, we keep moving, and we get a replay of Dirty White Boy defeating. Oh no, I already said that. We get the promo. We get. Oh, that's where we're at. We get Doug Dalton versus Bruiser Bedlam with Killer Kyle. Bedlam attacks his poor bastard from the start, and Bruiser wins with the stomach claw. Doc?
Bruh.
Okay,
Hopper
so
thoughts.
I got a question.
Let Hopper go. Let Hopper go. What you got, Hopper?
Dude, that guy's gear. Did y'all notice anything? Did y'all notice?
Yes.
What the fuck?
What? I mean, for enhancement talent,
it
he's
was
got
Bret Hart's gear. Except it was black and red. It was the boots,
right.
The pants, everything was fucking Bret the Hitman Hart, except instead of being black and pink, it was red and black.
I think you're right. I think
Was
it's a
that
carbon
guy-
copy of
The
it.
boots, everything.
Was
Yes.
that guy in was that Dalton character a enhancement talent in JCP in '87?
I really don't remember.
Because remember, they like to name people after baseball players, and there was Darren Dalton. There was a Dalton in JCP in '87. I just don't remember his first name.
Yeah, possibly. I don't remember though.
Okay, whatever. Neither do I. So fuck it. Just
Harper's
fuck it.
right. This guy's gear, Harper, is
It's
Bret Hart's,
fucking-
except
yeah.
replace the pink with the red.
Mm-hmm.
Boots and all, right?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
I guess
Well,
it was
apparently, this is his only TV taping, and he does a house show in September, and that's it for him. So maybe where he actually beat the Hornet.
Don't get used to him, is what you're saying.
Jobber, no.
All right.
I'm getting tired of Bedlam, though. I gotta say.
Are you really?
Yeah.
He's kind of not doing it for me either right now. He was at first. I was with it.
Yeah.
It was new, but now I'm.
I think he
kinda
hit a
like,
ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm right there with you, though, Doc. All right, so again, Bedlam wins, and then we go to. I don't know how to explain this.
Sure.
Jim Cornette
Just try.
being Sherlock Holmes.
You mean Sherlock Corny?
Sherlock Corny, yeah. How about I play I don't want to play the whole thing. I'm gonna play the first little bit of it. Here it is.
Pip Pip and Cheerio and all that sort of rot, old folks. It's Sherlock Cornette. And as everybody knows, I've been trying to find out who the new commissioner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling is, and nobody seems to want to tell me, especially Bullet Bob Armstrong. So I've made a few
All right, so in a nutshell, this thing goes on for a while. It's a few minutes, the first part of it. And Cornette is trying to track down the identity of, like you said, the new Smoky Mountain Wrestling commissioner. Cornette runs down how Bedlam defeated Macho Man, and then they show all those clips, if you remember, with Bedlam when he was showing off how strong he was, where he stopped the truck and, pulling the trailer. And after all of this yapping, Corny knocks on the door and someone answers, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to throw it to Harper first. Did you have any thoughts on Cornette's, trying to track down the new commissioner, or anything of the recaps with Bedlam and the power moves that he was doing?
I would like to see newer shit with Bedlam. At least have one new little segment, and it's just that fucking Cornette shit. I wasn't fucking expecting that.
Sherlock Cornette.
I was like, what the fuck's he doing with that pipe?
Pipe in the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was out of thin air. And then he's got the microphone attached to the pin, the old pin gimmick. Yeah, we were crazy and stuff. So I don't know, Doc. Your thoughts before I play the last soundbite of it?
No, it is a little goofy.
Yeah, this was goofy.
It was definitely goofy. So here's the last, like, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds of it maybe, when he knocks on the door. He's outside this building. He knocks on the door, and evidently he's got a lead that the new Smoky Mountain Commissioner must be inside, and here's what happens.
And through my powers of deductive reasoning, I have tracked down the new commissioner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So, Mr. Cameraman, as a matter of fact, I'll give you a tip later on. You just stay right there, because I'm going to knock on this door, and I'm going to find the new commissioner, and I'm going to get him to see things my way. Hold on here 1 second. Hello? Hey, pip pip and cheerio and all that sort of rot, old chap. I understand that the new commissioner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling is working here, and I would like to speak to him. This is Sherlock Cornett.
This is a funeral home, you idiot.
I wonder if somebody's trying to tell me something. Turn the camera off.
Well, I guess we won't find out if the new commissioner is there. So that's it. Doc, any thoughts?
They're at a funeral home.
Who do you think that is on the other side of the door?
Doc, write that one down. I'll ask him.
Hildebrand.
Did
they ever show it to him? Did they ever show who it is? Hold on. Let me see if I can recognize the voice.
Hold on here 1 second.
Hello?
Hey, pip pip and cheerio and all that sort of rot, old chap. I understand that the new commissioner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling is working here, and I would like to speak to him. This is Sherlock Cornett.
This is a funeral home, you idiot.
That's not Hildebrand, and I don't think it's Tommy Noah either.
Okay.
Like, those are the first two that came to my mind. Or at least it doesn't sound like either one unless they're disguising their voice. I mean, it could be, Hildebrand doing an impersonation. I don't know. I don't know who else it could be either. But, okay. Let's keep moving, because what they do now, anything else before I say that, as I say it?
No.
All right, let's go now. They show a video package of the build-up of the Rock and Roll Express and the Gangsters feud up until this point. So they show, like, a clip from Night of Legends with New Jack busting their chops.
Bro, you know what this episode is?
What?
This shit is a pitcher who's out of gas, but they didn't get anybody up in the fucking bullpen. So he's walking around out there looking out to the bullpen to see if the guy's ready, while the reliever's trying real hard to get ready in time. They're running out the clock here.
Okay.
They're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it in the disability checks with all these recaps. I cannot do it, man. This shit pissed, as great as last week was, this shit pissed me off.
You got hot, huh? Made you hot, Doc?
I'm a little hot.
All right. So, okay.
A little angry. A little
all
salty.
Right. The Gangsters come out, and the Rock and Roll Express come out, and this one's for the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team title. So they are about to clash, finally. The Rock and Roll Express get a nice ovation if you consider there's only 300 people in attendance. This is a clash of styles and a team and all that good stuff. White versus black. You got wrestlers versus gangbangers. The Gangsters don't assume the position of being patted down, and Bob says, I hope they don't have anything on them. Well, actually, they do eventually assume the position, but at first, before that happens, he says, I hope they don't have anything on them. Anyway, Ricky Morton is selling his ass off when New Jack and Mustafa are getting the best of him. New Jack and Mustafa do the false tags a few times, which I thought was good. That was an old classic wrestling thing that they would do in tag matches to get the heat on Morton. Morton finally makes a hot tag. Gibson comes in, starts in on both of the Gangsters. Then on a sunset flip attempt, Morton drop kicks Gibson, and Gibson pulls Mustafa over, and the Rock and Roll Express win as they pin Gibson. But that's not the end of it. So before I go to what ensues after the finish, Harper, what do you have from the actual match?
It was like an old school wrestling match with the heel versus face.
I agree. I think if you dropped this in 1986. Jim Crockett Promotions, you would see a really, really big reaction to the false tags. I mean, there's only 300 people here, but you'd see a big reaction to the false tags. The people would be into it. We've seen those crowds, and they were hot. Doc, what about you?
I thought it was interesting because you said it was a contrast to styles, and I thought the gangsters wrestle differently here than we've seen them. That's probably a lot to do with you probably got to give a lot of credit to Morton and Gibson there for helping out two guys that were relatively new to the business work a different style match. And this is good for the gangsters to get that kind of experience and work with guys at that level. And I know you two don't like the Rock and Roll Express and you're tired of them, but this is a good thing. You obviously wanted to make this about race, white versus black. I don't understand that. It's just four young men wrestling in a ring. Feels like we're seeing this early, perhaps. Like we went to this pretty early, maybe, and surprised that we actually had a pinfall here.
Yeah, it was a nice, clean, old school, heel versus fucking face match.
It was a clean win. It was nice old school, but
until the end.
At the end, yeah, the end happens, and then we get this.
Rock and Roll Express still our Smoky Mountain Tag Team Champions with a pin on the Gangsters, and that's something you don't expect
look
to
here,
see.
Bob, look here.
Not like that, and now all pandemonium is broken out.
They're attacking him from behind. Pitches Gibson on the outside.
And Gibson's over the top rope. Here comes the posse in. The security force is in. And they got those big nightsticks in their hands now, Les. And they kicking and stomping. New Jack's got one of the nightsticks.
Look at
Morton in there by himself, being clobbered now with a posse.
He's got a blackjack.
Stopper. They got those. They continue to go at it, Les.
Where have you seen this before? Where have you seen a scene like this before, Bob?
And Morton completely defenseless down in the ring. Gibson outside. It may be a gang fight, but it's a one-sided gang fight with only one man in the ring.
They keep talking
about
the
gang is coming from the gangsters and the security force and the posse.
They keep talking about South Central LA, and this is just like the streets. It's exactly what they're putting down here, brother.
All right, with that nice stick, you saw that tremendous blow with that stick right to the head of Morton.
He is lacerated. He is lacerated. Those are police nightsticks they are using. Ricky Morton has been lacerated. Bob, he is in trouble.
Well, he's been fighting for his life in there.
All right, so I wanted to get to that point. They bust open Ricky Morton. They're beating him with nightsticks. Doc, thoughts as they whoop up on our hero Ricky Morton?
Well, it's a good thing they did that to get the heat back for him, and I just wonder what the feeling is in the audience as they start shedding precious white blood.
Harper, your thoughts?
Where have we seen this before, Bob?
That was Les that said that. Where have we seen this before? Oh man, This is great, man.
And and how Ricky. He crawls to one guy, and then he kicks the shit out of him. Then he crawls to the other guy, and then he kicks the shit out of him. It was done perfect.
Yeah, he's selling. He's
took
that ass whooping, bro. That was good, man. I like that. So they got the clean win, but they paid for it after big time. They took. Are
the other two guys workers? No, huh?
I think they were legitimately a couple of New Jack Mustafa's friends.
Yeah, because they put the boots to him, and it looked like
Look stiff?
No, didn't look stiff at all.
Oh, it looked like it. They just were kind of like just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Well, New Jack wasn't being nice as he laid in the nightstick to him. But after all of that. Let's go to New Jack as he's going to close us out on this week's episode.
All right, fans, let's get them over here. They are right now, the gangsters.
Y'all ain't ready for this. Here it is.
Mustafa and New Jack. What a display of clear brutality up there.
2 wrongs don't make a right, but it damn sure make us eat. Rock and Roll Express. We setting the tone for what's gonna happen in the days to come if you make it that far. I told you, I was not the one to be played with, boy. I told you that sooner or later I would get you. I told you, true enough, you might beat us wrestling, but fighting, you can't do it. I'm a bad man. I'm the only bad man. And this is just the beginning. This is the beginning of a whole lot of lumps upside the head, you understand? This is the beginning of a whole lot of trips to the hospital. This is the beginning of you seeing what messing with somebody from South Central would get what happened to. Rock and roll, keep this in mind. We the wrong niggas to mess with, Daddy. The wrong niggas, and don't you ever forget it.
All right, fans, I think we've heard enough. That's enough. We gotta go.
Bob wasn't too happy right there. All right, Doc, what you got?
Corny, what are we doing here? I could hear him say that when he goes to the back. That was. You think New Jack just kind of slipped up and went too far there and was like, eh?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
you think Bob's having second thoughts about his continued participation in the wrestling business?
I think Bob was just tired at this point in general, like Cornette told us. But what do you think, Harper?
Yeah, he's say it. That are wrong to mess with.
We can't. Harper and I can't really talk about this interview. We need you to help us.
Be quiet.
Yeah.
Just tell me what your thoughts were, Doc, when he went there.
He's continuing to put the premise out that matches don't mean anything. This is about whooping people.
This shit's personal, bitches.
You just forgot the fact that the Rock and Roll beat them fair and square, too.
Who cares? What's that got to do with anything? We didn't come here to win matches. We came here to whoop ass.
Any other thoughts, Doc?
This shit's going to probably continue and continue to be heated, man. Personal issues, race wars and shit.
Listen to Bob Caudle again at the end of this.
He's disgusted.
Yeah, he's disgusted. Hold on. Here it is.
This is the beginning of a whole lot of trips to the hospital. This is the beginning of you seeing what messing with somebody from South Central would get what happened to. Rock and roll, keep this in mind. We the wrong niggas to mess with, Daddy. The wrong niggas, and don't you ever forget it.
All right, fans, I think we've heard enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough of that shit.
That's enough.
He's like, go back to Corky. Fuck.
That's enough. That's enough. Oh my God. That.
The fuck. That's not a real, huh?
That's about as real as you can get, bro. That was as real as you can get right there. So anyway, let's we gotta do some disability checks. So I'm gonna put it out there like this right now. I am giving my government cheese and bottles of Hennessy to the one and only New Jack, and New Jack's gonna get my government cheese. The disability checks, which is my actual bottles of Hennessy. Let me get it straight there. 7.8 bottles of Hennessy on the disability check. So 7.8 bottles of Hennessy, and New Jack gets the government cheese. Doc, who are you giving your government cheese to?
The guy that said the N-word.
Well, New Jack was all the way live in a different way. Harper, who are you giving your government cheese to?
I guess it's the New Jack.
All right.
I guess he's probably going to get it next week, too, huh? Fuck.
We'll see. We got to review that one. We got to watch him. I hate to tell y'all, but next week we're still in the same fucking building.
Jesus. 5?
I think so. I got to look at my records, but yes.
Here's something else, pal. I'm pretty sure that the next one is Bob Caudle's last TV taping.
Oh,
yes.
Fuck.
That's what I was going to say. Somebody else was talking about that on a Facebook group recently, and I think we're at Bob Caudle. I think the next one is Caudle's last. But like we've always said, Doc, who replaces him?
Chip Kessler.
Isn't it Jim Ross, Doc?
Oh, yeah, Jim Ross. Same difference.
Okay.
It's hard to tell Chip Kessler and Jim Ross apart.
That's nice. Let's get out of here.
White people look alike. That's what you told me earlier.
Yeah.
Harper.
You said they all smell like puppy dogs, too. Hey, do you think you could actually hit the tagline?
I Googled that one time when you said it because I had never heard that before. And when I Googled it, it literally showed up as a like a preferred search. Why do white people smell like puppy dogs? I've never heard that until you said it, and sure enough, that shit was in Google. Like it belonged.
That is why I have always been and remain more black than you are.
Okay. Harper, hit the tagline.
Fuck it, bitch.
Thank you to all the patrons out there. We appreciate you being a patron each and every month for Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast and making this show possible twice a week with the Smoky Mountain Review Show and the NWA Show. And a special shout out to all of the Hall of Fame patrons: Marlon Mealer, Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childry, K_Row86, Disrespectfully Classy Marky Blassie, Jeffrey, Craig Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean, at YRC21, Josh Dunn, at Ryan in Auburn, good old Justin, Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Arechi, the BTT, what am I looking for, Tim? The BTT Research Department, there you go. Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Josh Fields, Chris Myers, Gerald Green, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Jeremy Bryant, Classy Alex, Slider91 US, David DeVries, Frog Zeppelin, SV Pagem, Bill Salsa, Big Rich, at Spyboy Sports Cap, Ari Miller 39, Dustin Roberts, Jay Shiny 21, Ruben Espinoza, and Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin_Andretti, Codeman 822, Marty Howell, and T-Hog 94. Thank you for being Hall of Fame patrons. There's a lot of you out there now, and I definitely appreciate you being Hall of Fame patrons. So thank you very much. And also, before I get out of here, you heard Doc earlier in the show mention the Bottom Line Cast. So check out my buddy Mike Prue as they go through the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Him and his buddy JV break down the career of Stone Cold month by month on a weekly basis. I believe now they are up to 1998. Could be wrong, but go back and check out their 1996, 97 episodes. Or just dive in on the most current episode and enjoy. New episodes, they come out every single Wednesday on all their platforms. So there you go. Check it out. Mike Prue's show, The Bottom Line Cast. You can also follow them on Twitter at Bottom Line Cast. That's all I have. Thanks again to all the patrons out there, and I hope you enjoyed this week's show.